Hi everyone, today we are going to start with a new program which is a program for Armstrong numbers. So the question is simple, you have been given an input integer and you have to just check whether the given number is Armstrong number or not. So as you can see in the example, 153 is an Armstrong number whereas 24 is not an Armstrong number. So first of all, let's understand the definition of Armstrong number, because once we have the understanding of Armstrong numbers, basically the definition part, then you can simply code it, because the coding part is quite easy. Okay, so let's first understand the definition part. So as you can see here, what the definition says, it says a number A is an Armstrong number if it is equal to the sum of its own digits raised to the power of number of digits. So maybe to you the definition seems to be a little bit confusing, so let me make it clear for you by using an example. Okay, so let's take our input integer, uh, just a minute, let's take n is equal to 153. Okay, so first of all, it is saying sum of its own digits raised to the power number of digits. So if I say number of digits of the number 153 is 3, because there are total 3 digits. Okay, so now carefully look this line, sum of its own digits raised to the power of number of digits. So sum of each digits which will be like 1 and which will be raised to the power of number of digits. So 1 to the power 3, because number of digits is 3, plus I'll do 5 to the power 3 plus 3 to the power 3. And it is saying if this sum equals the given number, which is n, or which I can say it is 153. If this sum, this part, if this sum equals the given number, then the number is Armstrong number. So let's calculate it. 1 to the power 3 will be 1, 5 to the power 3 will be 125, plus 3 to the power 3 will be 27. So if I add these, it is coming to be 153. And look carefully, our input integer is also n is equal to 153. So if I do this operation and the summation comes to the original number which we have taken as input, then we can say the input integer is Armstrong number. Now let's take n is equal to 24, the second input example. Okay, now total number of digits are number of, if I write number of digits, so number of digits will be 2. Okay, now if I do sum of each digits raised to the power number of digits, which will be 2 to the power 2 plus 4 to the power of 2, so it is 2 to the power 2 4 plus 4 to the power is 16, so 16 plus 4 is 20, but input integer is 24, so it is not equal to input integer, then we can say 24 is not an Armstrong number. So as you can see here, 153 is written, it is providing the output Armstrong number, but 24 is not an Armstrong number. So this is the definition part. I hope you have understood the definition part. Now let's come to the solution part. Okay, we can simply divide our solution in three parts. What are those three parts? First part is counting of digits. Okay, so first we have to find total number of digits. Second part will be sum of digits raised to the power total number of digits. Okay, and third part will be, in third part we can simply check sum is equal to n. If true, if sum equals to n, then we can say it is an Armstrong number. Okay, if not true, if false, then we can say not an Armstrong number. So we can simply divide our solution in three parts. Now let's understand each one. Now let's understand each one by one. So first part is counting of digits. So we can simply count total number of digits of any number by doing, we can create another variable like int count equal to 0. Okay, and we can simply run a loop, like while till n not equals to 0, we can simply run a loop and we can simply do count plus plus, and in each step what we can do, we can remove the digits in each step. Now this is the simple code for counting of digits. If you are having problem for this part of code, you can refer counting digits problem. Okay, I have mentioned the video link in description box, you can check it from there. So for counting digits problem, we can so for counting digits part, we can simply create a variable in count equals 0, and we are traversing till and not become 0. We can simply increment the count, and we can simply write n equals to n by 10. Now for summation of digits, in same way we can do, like we have to create first int one variable like int sum equals to 0, and again we will traverse till n becomes 0, and in each step we have to sum of digits. So first let's store the digit, and for storing digit I have created one variable int digit, and I have to do n modulo 10. Why modulo? I have discussed in sum of digits problem, you can check out from there. And n modulo 10, why? Because if I do any number modulo 10, it will give me the last digit. So in this way the last digit is stored in digit variable, and now I am going to do sum is equal to sum plus, I have to do what? Sum of digits raised to the power number of digit. Okay, so power of means summation of digits raised to the power total number of digits, and in count variable I have stored total number of digits. Okay, so I am going to do digit comma count. I am using here power function of math.h library. Okay, and at last step what we have to do, we have to simply remove the digits in each step. So I'm going to do n is equal to n by 10. Okay, in this way some variable will store our what? The sum of digits raised to the power total number of digits. Okay, and at last what we have to do, we have to simply check if sum equal n, then print what? Armstrong number, otherwise print not an Armstrong number. So in this way the solution is divided in three parts. But if I write this program, then this program will completely fail. Why? Because as you can see in the first part I am using n variable. Okay, and at last in each step what I am doing n is equal to n by 10, means I am removing the digits from backside in each step. So after this while loop completes, n becomes 0, and again in second part I am using n variable which is already became 0. So this while loop part of the second part will not run, and in third step or in third part I am using the n variable which already becomes 0. So if I like for in this if condition, if I check, then it will always give me false value, and it will always print not an Armstrong number. So like to solve this problem, what we can do, we can simply create two separate variables like int val1 is equal to n and int val2 is equal to n. Initially we have to create two separate variables, and in both variables we can store the value of n, and in first part we can use val1 in place of n, so as to store the value of n for the next part. Like we can simply do while val1 not equal to 0, count plus plus, and val1 equal to val1 divided by 10. Okay, and similar way for second part we can simply use val2 not equal to 0, and here we can in place of n we can do val2 sum plus is equal to power of digit, and at last we can simply do val2 is equal to val2 divided by 10. Okay, so in this way if in last step if I check now, if sum is equal to n, the n value is not changed in both the part. Okay, so n value remains same. Now our program will run fine and it will give me the correct output. So as a simple two lines of modifications that I have done to run my program completely fine. Okay, now let's code it. Okay, so let's first create let's first include the header files, stream using namespace std int main. Let's first take input int n sin n. Okay, and first part is counting of digits. So let's take a count variable, and initially let's take in count equal to 0. Okay, so what I have told to use two separate variables, int val is equal to val 1 equal to n and int val 2 is equal to n. Okay, now let's write the first part. While while val 1 not equal to 0, till then what we have to do, simply increment the count. Okay, and we can do val 1 divide equal to 10. Okay, now let's come the second part. For second part, we can create a sum variable to store the sum of digits raised to the power total number of digits. Okay, and we can simply do while val 2. In second part, we are going to use val 2 not equal to 0, and let's first store the digit in digit variable. In digit equal to, we can simply do val 2 modulo 10. Okay, and then we can do sum plus is equal to. Okay, here what I am doing, I am using round function. Why I am using, I will tell it later. Power of digit comma count. Why count? Because we have to sum of digits raised to the power total number of digits, and total number of digits is stored in count variable, and at last we can simply do val 2 divide equal to 10. Okay, now at last in third part, we can simply check if sum is equal to n. Okay, the input number, then we can simply print cout Armstrong number. Okay, and if it fails, is sum not equals, then we can simply write else condition, and we can simply cout not an Armstrong number. Okay, so this is complete, but as you can see, and at last we can simply write, since it is a return type is main, so we have to write a return 0, and you can see we have used power of math.h library, but we have not included, so it may cause problems. So let include it as include math.h. Okay, now let's take one input which is 153. Now let's run for it. So as you can see, 153 is an Armstrong number. Okay, now let's take another example which was 24. Now let's run for it. Just a minute. Now let's run for it. 24. So 24 is not an Armstrong number. We can check another example like 1643. Okay, now let's run for it. So it is not an Armstrong number, but if I do 1634 and if I run for it, so 1634 is an Armstrong number, you can check it. Okay, you can just sum of all digits raised to the power total number of digits, which is 4, and you find that the summation equals to the input integer, which is 1634. Okay, so our program completely runs fine. Okay, but one problem is why I have used round function here. So if you know about power function, okay, there is a problem with power function. What? That many of us don't care that power take double value argument. Power takes two parameters which should be of double value, and it also return a value which is of double data type. Okay, so this part many of us don't care, and it may cause a problem. Why? Because if I do power of 5 comma 2, so it can, in some compiler, there is compiler dependent. Okay, it is totally compiler dependent. In some compiler it gives me like value 24.99999, and in some compiler it can give me a value of 25.000001. Okay, so in some compiler it can give me 24, and in some compiler give me 25.001. and if I am storing it in an integer variable, okay, suppose let's say int x is equal to, I am doing, so x will contain only the integral part. So it, in some compiler 25 will come, but in some compiler 24 will come. So it may cause a problem. That's why what I am doing, I am just putting this power function in round function. Why? Because it will round the decimal value to its nearest integer. Okay, like if I do 24.999, it will give me 25, and if the compiler gives 25.001, then again it will round to what, 25. Okay, so in this way our power program power method or power function will not fail if we use round function, and our whatever value after doing the power we need, it will come. Okay, so if you need more clarification about the power function, then I have attached a link in description box, you can check out from there. And at last, talking about the time complexity of the code. So first part, like it count digits. Okay, second part is sum of digits. So as we have seen in the count digits problem, it is of big O of k, and also it is big O of k, where k is total number of digits. So similarly, we can simply write the time complexity is big O of k plus big O of k, or we can simply write equivalent to big O of k or big O of log n. N is input integer. Okay, so this will be the time complexity. I hope you have understood the solution as well as the thought process of Armstrong number. So if you have liked the solution as well as the explanation part of the Armstrong number, then you can share this video as much as possible. And to get more content related to programming, coding, technology, okay, you can subscribe my channel. Thanks.